all of you planner lovers out there, this might be right up your alley. On the front, she has embossed her little penguin logo. At the top, you have your space for your month, your goal. I think that's really, really helpful, really lovely, because it allows you to track so many things that we want to track throughout our day. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. A little bit of updates for you guys, as well as some side income that I wanted to go over, and this is also going to be a stuffing of my sinking funds. So lots of things to talk about today. So I have my cash here and I'll explain all that, where it came from and how I'm allocating it, but I'm carefully opening my budget planner. This is a tool notebook cover. I do still get questions very often about the cover. It is a tool notebook cover. It is discontinued, but the design is called Brilliance, in case you want to peek around the internet, places like eBay, to see if you can find it. And inside, I have some of my own inserts for my sinking funds, and then of course I have my Happy Planner, my big Happy Planner monthly inserts from an 18-month planner that I had last year. So I wanted to mention that this week was a payday for YouTube, so I did get my Google money. I'm floored, blown away, all of those things. I just cannot believe the turn that the Google AdSense has taken for me, and I could not be more grateful. It is all thanks to you guys, and I hope by doing frequent giveaways in the spirit of Christmas in July is in some way just a small fraction of a way that I can return my appreciation to you for watching my videos. So a huge thank you to you. A couple of things. This week is going to be my nephew's budget. So we have a new setup for him that I'm going to show you guys. He and I have been working on that in preparation for his paycheck this week. And also my niece is living with us. She is a recent graduate. She just received her master's in biology. She is living with us while she is looking for full-time employment, something in her field or related. So the reason why I bring that up is because she really didn't know how in-depth I had been doing my own budget videos, and we thought it might be interesting to set up a budget for her with the limited funds that she has right now in her savings. She, worked, she was actually a grad assistant, so that's how she made her money going through grad school. And just kind of showing, the expenses and the preparation, the whole process of planning for a new apartment, planning to move out of state, the whole 9 yards. So I thought it would be interesting to set up a budget for her. If you guys think that would be interesting too, and something you would want to peek at, it's going to be a low income budget just because of her current situation, but I still thought that there would be some value in that, especially for beginners who are starting from scratch and maybe in kind of a similar situation. So that is coming. But I would like to know if you guys are interested in that, because that does help me plan out my videos too. Currently, I am not feeling well. I am sick, and I am working from home. And I'm actually on sick leave for the rest of this week, but Friday is a furlough day, so I wasn't going to be working Friday anyway. And I worked Monday morning because then I went to the doctor. So I had a doctor's appointment anyway for my blood pressure, and as it turns out, she and I had a conversation. I've been on so much prednisone for my asthma that has just an automatic side effect of raising your blood pressure, but she thinks my stress levels are too high as well. So I am on a water pill, hydrochloroside, something like that, and I'm going to be on that for a while to see how that helps, but also something for my anxiety too. So I am going to try that out. I'm currently on another round of prednisone, and she did have me tested for COVID, so I am going to find those results maybe tomorrow. It was like a 2 to 4 day thing, so hopefully I'll hear back. I don't think I have that, but I definitely have a bronchitis. So I haven't been doing Grubhub this week, and that's a bummer, but safety first, not only for myself, but for the people who order their food. They don't want a sick person delivering that. I would not want a sick person delivering that. So I did have a bit of a low-grade temperature, a cough, and an asthma flare. So, you know, better to be safe than sorry. So I am at home. When I get my COVID test back, that will change things, and, you know, I'll go from there. We really don't think I have it, but it's better to be safe than sorry. And also, if I don't have it, I'll be returning to work on Monday. And if God forbid I do have it, I don't even know. I guess I'll just recoup at home. So anyway, all right, so I wanted to mention my side income. Grubhub is supposed to come tomorrow, and to be honest, I haven't checked my app. I didn't do that much last week. I was feeling kind of run down, and you guys know I've been complaining about my blood pressure being elevated. I just wasn't feeling myself. So that's going to be a little bit of a letdown, a little bit of a disappointment, but you know what? It's going to be okay. So YouTube is the star of the show. I had to look that up again, and I'm just floored. So here was my monthly payout from last month, $641.18. Guys, I cannot even tell you. First of all, I started the video out by saying thank you, but thank you for watching my videos and helping my channel grow. I really kind of let things fall by the wayside at the beginning of quarantine, and prior to that, I kind of, you know, just kind of let the channel go, you know, a little bit stale, and I wasn't uploading on a regular basis. And then I thought, you know what, this not only helps me, but hopefully it can help somebody out there. I've been contacted by a few of you to talk budget, you know, and to have side conversations and things like that. So I know that part of what I'm doing is reaching some people, and for that I'm so happy, because it just makes me think that doing these videos is purposeful. But this, as a return, I can't even tell you how shocked I was, because I went from not getting paid monthly at all because I wasn't even reaching a $100 threshold to this. Now, I'm sure this won't be a constant, and I'm sure that, you know, it's going to be fluctuations and things like that. But I feel like if I remain committed and I do regular videos, that hopefully I can still continue to grow this channel. And I hope that you will stick along with me, because it won't always be just this, and this. I'm going to mix it up, and you guys know I change my process all the time. I change my system all the time. So I hope that you enjoy that part of it. So Grubhub is going to come tomorrow, and I think I may have reached $400. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I hope so. I think that would be great. This week, my husband's unemployment is coming. I'm going to talk to you guys about that tomorrow. I believe this week is the last week of the extra COVID money that comes along with unemployment payments. So after that, I do have some news about his job, and it is, as I kind of mentioned in a prior video, it was the worst case scenario for us, but I'm going to do a whole video dedicated to that so you guys can understand the big picture. And I will let you know what our plan is moving forward, because it really is turning things upside down for us. Now, in the meantime, we're working on a plan of action, you know, moving forward, past this initial phase of decision and notification and things like that. But it's going to be a trial. It really is. So it's really going to affect the way I budget, our income, everything. Oops, there goes my pen cap. It's going to affect that really seriously. So I wanted to mention that I got the money out, so I am going to count it through, because I know some of you enjoy that part of the process. So I'm not going to fast forward it like I sound like I'm on a helium balloon when I do that, but let's count it through. So 100, 200, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 10, 20, 30, 40, 641. So I left obviously the 18 cents in my bank account. The other thing that I want to mention to you guys is that I have 2 online checking accounts now, but I sign up for online with Discover, and then I sign up with Capital One for a checking and a savings. So here is going to be my deciding factor when I do a transfer from my bank, because you guys know that I've been stashing money aside Down here, I keep track of that, and I will plug these numbers in again for this week. But I pay our bills a month in advance now. Now, how did I come to the ability to be able to do that? It was strictly using the stimulus money that we got at the beginning of quarantine. So I put that aside, and I used it to kind of get a jump start and pay the next month's bills. So we're still riding that wave. I hope that I can continue it, but I wanted to mention that the money for the bills for July, actually, I put into the Discover checking account. I want to start using my online checking accounts for bill paying especially, but also for everyday spending and things like that. And I know you guys had said a lot of you love Capital One because it also allows you to create segmented checking or savings accounts. So I wanted to try that out too. Now, the deciding factor is going to be how quickly the money can move from my hometown bank, my local bank, into these checking accounts online. Discover seems to take forever. So I'm not thrilled with that. It has a 5 to 7 day lead time on getting the money and having access to it. That's a long time to transfer and have ability to draw from your money. Capital One, I have not tried yet. I did a simple $10 transfer to open the account, but I just did that because I just verified the account. So we'll see how long that takes. Whichever one is quicker, that's the one I'm going to use because it's all about convenience. So eventually I want to close my local bank account because my local bank merged with another and they're having so many issues. I know those kinks will work themselves out, but at the same time, I'm just not that crazy about this new bank setup period. So anyway, all right, so 641 minus, let's do 20% for taxes, is going to be $128.20. So I'm going to put aside $120. I think that's enough for right now. And I know you guys, some of you are a little bit anxious for me come tax time, and am I putting enough aside? And honestly, I'm just following what our tax prep person has recommended. And you know, I'm hoping that because we typically get a pretty generously sized refund every year, that can kind of make this all a wash. So the refund that we typically get coupled with this money, I'm hoping it can just be a wash. I don't really care if we get a refund, it would be nice, but right now I just want the taxes to be covered. So I'm going to put down today's dates and then 149. I could do the math. Somebody asked me that. Do I need a calculator for everything? Sometimes I do. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes my brain doesn't think that fast, especially when I'm talking and doing a video and stuff like that. So that's gonna bring me up to $16.19. So I'm gonna put that in here. And this is getting quite full too, and I might transfer this into an online savings account. You know, why not earn a 1% interest on it? And that seems to be considered high yield. And you know, but 1% is 1%. So if you do 1619 minus 1%, that's $16.19. That is something I could have done in my head. But honestly, guys, that would add up, and that would be a tank of gas in a couple weeks. So, you know, it all adds up, and it all makes a difference. No matter how small, it makes a difference. So I'm going to put under tax withholding 120. Now, tomorrow, am I going to take tax out of unemployment? Probably not. Grubhub, I will. But the unemployment, I'm just not going to worry about that right now because this is the last week for the extra COVID money. Next week, my husband's unemployment is going to run out very quickly anyway, and I'll explain to you guys why that's going to be. He is going to be getting another job, and I'm getting too far into that story. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now because it's very complicated and a lot of information, but just so you guys know, that's why I'm not really getting too concerned about this unemployment right now. I just can't wrap my head around it, around the taxes for that. I just have too much to think about and too much to consider before I make some actual decisions on this. So this leaves me with, put aside 120, so 641 minus 120 leaves me with $521. Now, I can tell you that tomorrow's money is already spoken for. So that is going to fund my variables, and it's going to fund some other things that we needed to pay for regarding our new flooring situation. So the new flooring situation in our house has grown from the second floor to the second floor and also the basement of our house. We needed to actually do the floor down there anyway. So we just said, you know, while he's off, while he's going to be off, you know, he's going to get another job. He's going to sign up for Grubhub himself. It's all going to be legitimate and on the up and up. So while he's doing that kind of stuff, he's also going to be laying down all this flooring. And so we had some added expenses. So it's going to be a combination of a 0% offer on a Home Depot credit card for 6 months and cash that we had to spend. So anyway, I'll explain that tomorrow. So $541 is going to go directly into our sinking funds. And I can tell you that what I did, and I finally did it. I had $77.50 in here, so $7,750 in my emergency fund. I went ahead and I put this into my local bank, and then I initiated the transfer for this to go into my Discover card, or my online Discover checking. So I'm going to let this hang out in there, and I'm going to still fund this in this envelope every week, or as often as I possibly can, but it's going to eventually transfer into the online checking or savings. So what I'm going to do as soon as those transfers hit, I will take screenshots. Obviously, I don't have them to take today because the transfer hasn't gone through, but I will be updating you guys with lots of screenshots, because I think whenever you transfer to anything digital, it is still helpful to see that as part of the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add $150 into my emergency fund. And I got rid of, I didn't get rid of it, but I had my little card in here, which now I don't. So I'm going to grab a new one. I actually left it in my purse. I pulled everything out of here, including the card. So it was $77.50 online, I'm going to say right now, plus $150 today, and I'll have to do this card over so it flows better. So my new total is going to be $7,900, so $77.50 plus $150, $7,900 total. You know what? This is going to make me so happy. I'm going to put $250 in here, and it's going to be $8,000. All right, I like that much better. So let's add $250. So $77.50 plus $250 is $8,000. That's exciting to me. That is really exciting, because let me say this, my husband is still waiting on 9 weeks of back unemployment pay, and that really is going to have to tide us over for some bills until this next phase that I'm going to talk to you guys about, but in a separate video. But this emergency fund, it really is needed now more than ever. So I'm adding $250 today, and then total is going to be $8,000. Now, you guys know, if you've been following my tracker updates and things like that, or my goals that I talked about in previous videos, my goal is $18,000. And if you're wondering how I landed on that amount, I was strictly taking my own salary and I was multiplying it by 6 months, and it came out to a little bit over $18,000. I think it was like $18,200 or something like that. So I really wanted to take that leap, baby step, whatever you want to call it. I know Dave Ramsey has a series of baby steps. If you guys aren't familiar with that, Google it, give it a read. It's really interesting and very helpful in planning your finances and your budget. But part of his baby steps is to save X amount of months worth of bills and expenditures. So I'm just doing it a little bit differently, but it's the same principle. I'm saving 6 months worth of salary. So that's my goal, and I am at $8,000. I have $10,000 to go. So you know, I'm saying that like, oh, I got 10,000 to go, no big deal. But guys, if it weren't for all these circumstances like side income and doing Grubhub until I'm ready to fall down from exhaustion, I would have never been at this to begin with. So savings, let's see. So I had 541 minus 250 now. So I have 291 to spend. So let's look at our Christmas envelope and see where we're at. I'm at 800. I'm still pretty comfortable with that. So I'm going to put this aside for a second. I'm not sure that that's really going to be a thing. Somebody did comment in my past video and they said, why didn't you bring this to a round number? That is an excellent point. I really, really should have. So let's do that today. I have 474. And if I just want to get to 500, that's going to be 26 bucks. So 474. So I am going to, let's see what I can do. Do I have some fives in here? I need to make some change because, do I have enough fives? Yeah, I do. Okay, perfect. So this is the money I'm working with. And then I'm taking out of my savings 2 $5 bills to help me out. So I'm going to put this here and I'm going to replace it with this $10 bill. So everything is still a wash. So I'm going to stash that right there. All right, so I'm going to add $26 to dogs and we will be up to a nice round $500. We did take our little dog and I put it on the Discover because you guys know I don't want to spend my sinking funds until I reach my threshold that I set for myself, till I reach the goals that I set for myself. And I'll be doing an updated tracker really soon. But the reason why I don't want to do that is because I feel like I'll just be taking, you know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So I decided to use it on my Discover and it's going to come out of here to take our little dog Athena to the vet. She is almost deaf and I am heartbroken over that because we have been calling her and, you know, just she hasn't been responsive and she's been a little bit lethargic, you know, and I thought, well, maybe she's hot, you know, it's that time of year, you know, dog days, you know, where they just get overheated and things like that. And I just thought maybe she just wasn't feeling herself. But then we noticed she wasn't responding when we would call her for even, you know, some of her favorite things like treats or go outside and things like that. It was like she was ignoring us. And so we started to clean out her ears and she had a lot of waxy buildup. It looked like it might have been infected. So we do have you know, medicine for that here at home that we got from the vet previously. When you have pugs, they have those floppy ears and they get frequent infections. So we took her to the vet and I'm going to have $500 now. We took her to the vet and they did clean out her ears. She does have a bit of an infection, he said, but the vet said that she does have considerable hearing loss. He tested it with like these, kind of like those, I don't know, high-pitched, almost like a dog whistle. And I felt so bad. I was just heartbroken because although she's still thriving and she's a healthy dog otherwise, well, she has epilepsy, but that seems to be somewhat under control. But a healthy dog otherwise, I just felt really bad because I don't know, it just made me sad. Well, let's count this up. All right, so this is our dog fund. So 100, 200, 250, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 500. All right, so that is very nice. So I'm going to update the little card. This is a lengthy video, but I had so much to talk to you guys about. So I hope you don't mind. Sometimes I like doing a lengthy video because it gives me a chance to update you guys on lots of different things, and I feel like I'm losing my voice, but I am not going to do a cough drop because I got some feedback last time I had a cough drop, and I understand, and when I listened back, it was very distracting, and I was like, oh, girl, get it together. Like that's ridiculous. Okay, so let's go back. 541, then I took out 250, then I took out 26, so I'm down to 265. Let's make sure. So 51, 50, 170, 190, 210, 230, 240. No, that is not right. What the heck did I do? Maybe it wasn't 541. Oh goodness. All right, 641 minus 120 minus, I had 521. Okay, minus 250 minus 26. So I should have 245. So 50, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 240, 245. Okay. All right, so the only other two I have to fund are savings and Christmas. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, what was my Christmas? It was at 800. I'm going to put 100 in here. Nope. I'm going to put $45 in here. So on July 22nd plus 45. So it's going to be 845. And then I'll write it here. So my previous balance was 800. I keep thinking, what is Christmas going to look like? You know what I mean? Like, as far as, I mean, Christmas, the spirit of Christmas is, it will never change. You know, it's what it means to you. It's in your heart. You know, religious for a lot of people. It is for us. There's so many facets and components, you know, to Christmas and everything that it represents. But as far as the commercial side to things, I'm wondering what Christmas is going to look like this year. You know, they're already talking about, you know, almost doing away with Black Friday. What in the world did I just do? I need $45, not $85. Doing away with the traditional Black Friday shopping. I did see something interesting and really good news for Walmart and Sam's Club employees. They are going to be closed on Thanksgiving Day this year. I think they should be closed on Thanksgiving Day every year. Let's count this. I apologize if I'm picking up in an awkward way. My phone rang and I had to take the call, but I was counting my Christmas money to make sure that I had $845 here. So let's do that. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 550, 570, 590, 610, 630, 650, 670, 690, 710, 730, 750, 770, 790, 810, 830, 840, 845. I don't know why, guys, but counting from going from 50 to 20 makes my brain slow down so much when I'm trying to count like that. So 845 in Christmas, I'm really, really happy with that. And I do want to do a Christmas club. In fact, I have to mention to you guys again, just as a reminder, I do have a free Christmas savings printable available on my blog. There is a link down in the description box. So if you're looking for something that you can print out, I believe it is sized for a classic Happy Planner, but of course you can enlarge it on your computer and you can print it out for the big Happy Planner size as well. I just wanted to, you know, offer you guys something that you can use, and just it's set up just in a chart style that you can use for your Christmas savings. So I don't know if I finished my conversation. I think I did, about Sam's Club and Walmart closing on Thanksgiving, and I think that is awesome. I'm very, very happy to hear that, just for the workers' sake. So let's count and see what we have remaining. This is going to go into savings. So 51, 150, 170, 190, and 200. Oh, that's nice. All right, that worked out really nice. So previous balance was $2,000. This is going to be the next thing that I add to an online savings account. I didn't do it yesterday, but I am going to do that. And I'm going to put it separately because I still want to have, if I can, I think Capital One was the one where you can make your separate savings accounts and you can do maybe as many as you need to. If that's the case, I need to look into that and do my research, but I want to have, you know, separately allocated savings accounts eventually that still are earmarked for emergency / savings / dogs, whatever the case may be. So I am up to $2,200 in my savings. so let's go ahead and add today's dates. So this is July 22nd plus 200 equals 2200. So I also wanted to mention to you guys that my doctor recommended that I work from home for 30 days. Now, I don't know that my place of work, place of employment is going to go for that because they're very strong-minded on bringing everybody back and having it be fair to everybody, which I totally get and I totally understand. But I think because I have the asthma and I've had so many flares lately and I'm just struggling with it a bit, and now having this low-grade fever and the bronchitis, I really appreciated my doctor's suggestion for working from home for 30 days. So my boss is going to talk to our big boss and see what he can find out, but I'm really hoping that that ends up being approved because I would feel comfortable and just better. I just need to, like, you know, kind of recoup. I don't know. So we're looking for 2200. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 750, 800, 850, 900, 950, 1000, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 9, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2000, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 2200. All right, yeah, I need to deposit this. So again, I hope it doesn't take forever, but I'm going to deposit this one. I'm going to deposit this back into my local bank. Then I'm going to do the transfer into my Capital One account. So I know some of you had asked about that because it's an online account. How do you get your money into it? And the answer is, so far, what I've seen with Capital One and Discover, I'm not sure about others like Chime and things like that, but you do have to have it in an actual bank or somewhere. It has to be somewhere, and then do an online transfer. So no, I don't have a Capital One branch in my area. I know that there are certain cities in the United States, at least, that do have brick and mortar Capital One banks. We do not have one close by, and I don't have a Discover. Obviously, I don't even know if they have any brick and mortar for Discover, but you do have to do an online transfer. So I have to put this in my local bank first, and then I have to initiate the online transfer. So that is my next step, is to get this into the local bank. So that is it for all my funds, all my sinking funds. I know this was a long video. I had a lot to talk to you guys about, and I just appreciate the time to be able to do it. So if you do have questions, I do try to get back to as many as possible. Please leave them down below. And if you're interested in how we allocate the unemployment check this week, just stay tuned. My nephew's video is coming up. If you guys are interested, my niece's budget setup is coming up. But again, I would really like to hear back from you to see if that's something that you would like to see. And then, of course, my variable expenses that go in the cash envelopes, that is going to be coming up. So lots and lots of content. And also, toward the end of the month, I'm going to do a recap for July and also a forecast for August, and show you guys like how our bills are going too, because I haven't talked about our actual bills in quite some time. I think it's been at least a couple of months. So I wanted to tell you guys what we're spending this money on too. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are all doing well. I love hearing back from you. And please, if you haven't entered my latest giveaway for the Penguin Planner, please do so. You have until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight to do that. If you're interested in the criteria or what you have to do to enter that, please watch yesterday's video where I do the review. And also in the comments, I pinned the comment again with the 2 winners of my Christmas planners, and I said they had until the end of day today to get back to me. If I don't hear back from either one of them, then I'm going to just move forward and choose 2 new people for that. But I did mention it in the video. It is pinned in the comments. It's been mentioned in previous videos. So I hope that, you know, that's about, I guess, as much as I can do, unfortunately. But I will have to choose 2 new winners after today. So Tomorrow you can expect winners for that if I don't hear from them, and also the Penguin Planner. So I have another giveaway coming up. Like I said, Christmas in July. In the spirit of that, I'm giving back to you guys. So just stay tuned for that. It might be mentioned either at the end of this week or this weekend. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.